Have you ever wondered why some people age with lightness, while others carry the weight of the world on their shoulders? If you feel like the years are growing heavier, like longing, pain, loss, and change are wearing you down, I want to tell you something very important. Life can still feel light. In this video, I'll show you how one simple habit, something you can start today, can deeply transform the way you experience maturity. Yes, gratitude might just be the invisible medicine that heals from within. Maybe you've been feeling forgotten, lonely, or even tired of fighting. But what if I told you there's a key to rediscovering peace, that spark in your eyes, and the joy of waking up each day? Stay with me until the end, because what you're about to discover here could change the way you see every single day of your life. Part 1. What is gratitude? Gratitude isn't just a polite thank you. It's deeper, quieter. It's a way of living, of breathing, a way of looking at life with kinder, calmer eyes. Gratitude is when you wake up, your body a little slower than before, but you still smile because you're alive. It's when your hands, even if they tremble, can still make that coffee that fills the house with warmth and your soul with comfort. It's when the silence in your home, which once felt lonely, becomes a sacred moment of inner peace. Being grateful isn't about ignoring pain or pretending everything's fine. It's about accepting that yes, there have been losses, that life has taken friends, loves, dreams, but it has also given other riches, memories, lessons learned, the love that stayed with you. Gratitude is when you look in the mirror, and instead of just seeing the marks of time, you see the story of a whole life reflected back at you. Every line on your face, every gray hair, every scar, they're all proof of your courage to keep going. It's about shifting focus from what time has taken to embracing what it has left behind, the health that still pulses, even if not as strong as before, the friendships that stood the test of time, the simple meals that taste like childhood, the morning sun streaming through the window, a grandchild running through the living room, or even that quiet moment when you realize you're at peace with the life you've lived. Gratitude is living with a lighter heart. It's not clinging to what could have been, but marveling at what still can be. It's saying, I've lived so much, and I still have so much left to live. I've cried many times, but I've also laughed until my stomach hurt. I've lost things I loved, but I've also found strength I never knew I had. That's what gratitude is. A dance with life, even if your steps are slower now. A warm embrace for yourself. The understanding that you don't need much to be happy, just open eyes to recognize what you already have. And the most beautiful part? Gratitude is contagious. Once you start feeling it, it spreads. It touches everyone around you, shifts the energy in your home, and even strengthens your heart. Because in the end, gratitude is like a light we carry inside. And even when the night feels dark, that light is enough to guide us forward. Part 2. The power of gratitude in aging. Did you know that gratitude can directly influence your body and mind? This isn't just poetry or self-help, it's science. Studies around the world have confirmed what our grandparents knew in their hearts. Those who give thanks live better lives. People who practice gratitude regularly sleep better, with less insomnia and fewer anxious thoughts. Feel less physical pain, because the body responds differently when the mind is at peace. Experience fewer symptoms of depression, even in difficult times. And believe it or not, they even live longer. Yes, more years, and with more joy. But the most beautiful part? Gratitude isn't just about easing symptoms. It transforms the way we age. For many, aging feels like a process of loss. Youth fades, energy wanes, loved ones leave. But gratitude flips that script. It helps us focus not on what's gone, but on what remains, on what has deepened, strengthened, and even blossomed with time. Gratitude softens the heavy emotions that often come with maturity. The longing for those who are no longer here. The loneliness of a house that once felt full. The regret over words left unspoken or deeds left undone. It doesn't erase these feelings. Instead, it offers a gentle balm. It whispers, "You have lived. You have learned, and you are still here." It comforts, heals, and allows us to move forward with a lighter heart. Beyond that, gratitude anchors us in the present, because being grateful is, at its core, about awareness, recognizing the value of what's right in front of us. The birds singing outside, the smell of a home-cooked meal, the warmth of an unexpected visit, the simple fact that we can still breathe, walk, see, and feel. And when we live in the present with presence, life transforms. Colors grow richer, textures deepen, flavors become more vibrant. We start finding wonder in the smallest details, as if our soul is waking up from a long sleep. Some say aging is a burden, but I ask you, what if it's a blessing in disguise? What if it's a chance to see life with clearer eyes, to finally understand what truly matters? Gratitude opens that door. It gives us new eyes, eyes that find beauty in imperfection, meaning in silence, and joy in small victories. And here's something else. Gratitude has a powerful effect on the brain. When we cultivate grateful thoughts, our bodies release dopamine and serotonin, chemicals that bring feelings of well-being and happiness. It's as if your own body is saying, "Thank you for taking care of me." In a world filled with stress, rush, and endless noise, gratitude is a refuge for the soul. It's like sitting on the porch after a long day and just breathing, knowing that despite everything, you're okay. To age with gratitude is to age with dignity, with grace, with lightness. It's choosing every single day to honor your own story. And you deserve that. You deserve to live this chapter of life with peace in your heart and a spark in your eyes. And it all starts with one simple thought. Today, I am grateful. Part 3. How to practice gratitude in daily life. Many people think gratitude requires extra time, a fancy journal, or hours of meditation. But no, it doesn't. True gratitude lives in small moments, in simple gestures, in everyday details we might miss if we're not paying attention. And the most beautiful part? There's no right age to start. You can practice gratitude at 20, at 50, or at 80, because there's always something to be thankful for, even on hard days, even in life's quietest seasons. Here are simple, powerful ways to cultivate gratitude. No complications needed. The Gratitude Journal. No gold-embossed notebook or expensive pen required. Grab any notepad, even a scrap of paper, and each night before bed, write down 3 things you're grateful for that day. They don't need to be grand. Maybe it's your grandchild's smile, the aroma of afternoon coffee, a bird singing outside your window, a hot shower on a cold day, or simply making it to the end of another day, alive. This tiny ritual rewires how you see the world. Your mind starts searching for reasons to be thankful throughout the day, and that changes everything. It's like adjusting life's lens. Suddenly, you notice beauty instead of pain, abundance instead of lack. Gratitude out loud. Some days, you need to hear your own voice to believe it. Say thank you more, even if you're alone. Speak it aloud. Thank you, body, for carrying me this far. Thank you, heart, for still beating after all you felt. Thank you, past, for all you taught me. Even through the pain, words have power. The sound of gratitude echoes inside you. It brings strength, presence, healing. The morning pause. Before grabbing your phone, before getting out of bed, just breathe. 3 slow, deep breaths. Then think, today, I choose to see the good. That's it. But this thought steers your entire day. It puts you in control, not of what happens, but of how you respond. Not every day will be perfect, but every day holds something good, and gratitude helps you find it. Gratitude for relationships. Life moves fast. We often forget to say what we feel, so don't wait for a special occasion. Call someone, send a text, write a note, say, "You've made a difference in my life. I'm so grateful you're here. I've never forgotten that kindness you showed me." Gratitude bridges gaps. It heals old wounds. It reweaves connections that time has frayed. And most of all, it reminds us, we're not alone. Sometimes a simple thank you can reignite a bond, a bridge between hearts that drifted apart. These practices may seem small, but they can transform not just your days, but how you feel about yourself and life. You don't need grand speeches or endless time, just presence, intention, a heart willing to see differently. Because gratitude is exactly that, a new way of looking at the same life. And when we change how we look, everything around us changes too. Part 4. Stories of Gratitude in Later Years. Let me tell you a story that still moves me to this day. Meet Dona Lúcia, 84 years young. One of those women with a gentle gaze and a quiet smile, yet her heart carries a lifetime of challenges. She lost her husband of nearly 50 years. She lost both her brothers, childhood companions, keepers of secrets and laughter. And just a few years ago, she faced cancer, which stole her sleep and her hair. But not her faith in life. Yet despite it all, Dona Lúcia has a beautiful ritual. Every morning she looks in the mirror and says, with quiet strength, "Thank you for life. I'm still here." That's it. No complaints about the pain, the longing, or the years gone by. She gives thanks simply for being alive, for feeling the breeze on her skin, smelling her morning coffee, hearing the songbirds in her backyard. She tends to her plants, dozens of them. Orchids, basil, ferns. She says talking to her flowers reminds her, everything has its season. Even winter serves a purpose. It prepares the ground for spring. And there's more. Dona Lúcia still writes letters, real letters, pen and paper. To her grandchildren, her neighbors, even to herself. In one of them, she shared something beautiful. Gratitude is like an invisible cane. It holds me up from within. She says this with a smile, her eyes sparkling like someone who's discovered a precious secret. Gratitude won't change the past, but it changes how we carry it forward. Then there's Seu Manuel, a widower for 7 years. His children live far away. The house feels too big now. The silence sometimes echoes. But you know what he did? He started practicing gratitude, even for the silence. At first, he admits it was hard. It hurt. But with time, he began giving thanks for the memories living in those walls, for his wife's laughter, which he swears still lingers in the air, for the scent of her baking, a ghost of vanilla and cinnamon he sometimes catches, for the good years they shared under that roof. And one day he told me something I'll never forget. When I give thanks, loneliness turns to peace. This is the power of gratitude. These stories show it's a daily choice, one that helps us find color even on gray days. It's not about ignoring pain. It's about choosing to see beyond it, to recognize that despite loss, life still offers us small gifts. and we have the power to receive them with a light and grateful heart. Maturity is fertile ground for this wisdom. With time we learn, happiness doesn't demand much, just the ability to cherish what remains. Our health, our memories, honest affection, sunny days. These stories aren't rare exceptions. Maybe you know a Dona Lúcia or a Seu Manuel. Maybe you are one. If so, remember, you carry this power too. The power to turn scars into wisdom, silence into serenity, and time itself into a blessing. Because, in the end, gratitude is simply this, a way of saying yes to life even when it rewrites the script. Part 5. Reflection. My dear friend, life moves in cycles, some as gentle as a morning breeze, others as fierce as storms. But every one of them brings us something: lessons, transformation, growth, and maturity. Oh, maturity. It's not the end of the road. It's the most serene, wisest, most meaningful chapter, if we choose to see it with the right eyes. And those eyes open when we practice gratitude. Maybe you can't change the past. You can't undo the pain, the goodbyes, or the longing that lives inside you. But you can, yes you can, choose how to live right now. You can decide today to trade the weight of resentment for the lightness of acceptance, to replace "why me" with "thank you for still being here." And that, my dear, changes everything. So before we end this video, I want to invite you to do something simple, but powerful. If you can, close your eyes right now. Take 3 deep breaths, and think of 3 things you're grateful for today. They don't have to be grand. Maybe it's the warm coffee you had this morning, the hug from your grandchild, the short walk you took to the gate, or simply the fact that you woke up today. If you'd like, say it out loud. Thank you, life. Might seem small, but this little act shifts something inside your soul. It eases sadness, softens anxiety, and leaves a quiet warmth in your chest. Make this a habit, a promise to yourself. It doesn't have to be at the same time every day. Just remember, breathe, give thanks. Because this is how lightness begins. It doesn't come from outside. It doesn't depend on time, other people, or luck. It's born within you. And the key to that lightness? Gratitude. When you practice gratitude, life starts to change color. What once felt heavy becomes a lesson. What felt like silence becomes rest. What felt like pain becomes a mark of honor. Because even the scars life left on your skin and your soul tell a beautiful story of resilience and strength. So, my friend, if this video touched your heart, share it with someone who needs to hear these words. A daughter, a grandchild, a lonely neighbor. Gratitude is also about passing on the goodness we've found. And if you'd like, write in the comments, "Today I'm grateful for." Let's create a space of gratitude and light together. You'll be amazed at the power of sharing. Remember, you've already been through so much. You've fought so many battles. You've loved, lost, and started over. And here you are, right now, listening to these words. That alone is reason to be thankful. You are a miracle in human form, and your journey, with all its ups and downs, deserves to be celebrated with a light and grateful heart. Until next time, may gratitude continue to guide your steps every single day, with warmth and respect always.